What is going on, guys? It is your boy Chaos. We are back with another Marvel Rivals podcast. I have my absolute lovely co-host, Skinny Lad Chris. What is going on?
Everything. The game is
Everything.
finally out. We own it.
We own it.
We
Well,
finally own it.
Disney owns it, but we have the ability to play it. So
Yeah. We have the ability to download it and play it.
yeah. So we are. This is, I believe, episode 16, and this is the first podcast officially after release.
After full launch.
We've waited so long. It feels like it's been a full year, and now we have the game. Chris, break it down. Are you tired right now? And tell me why.
I've gotten no sleep the past 3 days.
Oh,
the first
man.
day it came out, I did a 24-hour.
Yeah, you know what? I applaud you. I was like, oh, I'll just play all night. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to I went to bed at 1 a.m. and I got up at like 7 a.m. and I was like, I was just gaming again. I took the whole day off for the Friday and I was just gaming.
Yeah.
But dude, we finally made it, man.
We finally have it.
So
happy.
Before anything, though, guys, I'm going to ask you simply, we do this every single week. At Monday, we have it at 6 a.m. If you guys can, please don't forget to like and subscribe, support the channel, and also always support Skinny Lad Chris. His details will be in my details, so go ahead, get over there, follow him. But we got a couple things to cover. This one's going to be, surprisingly, it's going to be a little bit of a light episode, just because we're really tired. So
we are really tired. I'm even losing my voice.
Yeah, I actually same. I have been enjoying my time, but for the most part, I think most of my, like last night I pulled a 5 a.m. because rank dropped and I actually was not able to play at the beginning of it because I had to go to a dinner party that we had preemptively made for friends. Your boy got hot pot, so you know how that goes.
Yummy.
Yeah, but I came home and I was like, I got 15 invites. I was like, all right, well, I'm gaming, and we gamed until 5 a.m. So, but yeah, Chris, tell me off the rip, man, how is the week going though? How is the games? How is the feeling?
Honestly, a lot better than I expected in terms of I thought I would like it probably just as much as like the betas and stuff, but it was way better. Like it definitely feels like it's kind of funny to say because it's just a play test, the other ones, but it does really feel like a full game, like a new full like actual game.
It has its like hiccups here and there.
Yeah.
And I know that there are some people having some crash issues, but other than like, I mean, I haven't had any issues in general, so I'm kind of blessed with that. This game is on the new Unreal 5 engine, but
yeah, because I've crashed a few times as well.
Really? But hey, you know what? Replay, the ability to like join back in.
I will say that's good. You can join back in.
Yeah,
because there was a game where somebody put a strange portal and 4 of my people got DC'd because the strange portal lagged them out.
I have had one. My game didn't crash. My PC crashed, but that's just, that happens sometimes. I turned on my computer. I managed to get back in the game and we still won. So
okay, see, I've had the same thing happen before. It's just kind of funny. Like it doesn't matter that much. It's just like some games, if you get like full DC'd, it can be bad, but it hasn't happened that much to me.
You know what though, dude? A bravo to them. Smooth launched for the most. It
really good launch.
It didn't go live in the Steam store for the first 6 minutes, and I was like, oh no, it's gonna go downhill from here. I was like, no, and then 6 minutes in, I was like, oh cool, I'm in. And then you want to hear something really funny? I tried instantly to get the original Chaos like gamer tag.
Yeah.
And I didn't get it. 2 games in, I run into the guy named Chaos, and I was like, dude, you know what? You better pop off, because
he took my name.
He stole my name, and he proceeded to go like with Hawkeye, like I don't know, he went like 3 and 10. I was like, come on, man, you gotta represent.
That's the real you. That's you.
Yeah, so I
I know I
was
tried getting the name Chris and somebody took it within like 2 milliseconds, of course.
yeah.
But
And did you there was there was one. Did you have you kept up with any of the other content creators at all, like some of the streamers?
not too much. I've just been playing
Oh
nonstop.
man. So shout out to Necros, 22,000 on average for him. I don't know what his highest was or what his lowest,
Oh
but
yeah, because he's doing a subathon right now.
good for him, man. He's taking off. I couple shout outs to some other people. Guides guy, I've gotten the pleasure to play with him quite a lot. Actually, me and him have been playing ranked, and man, that guy's great. I really like him. Great attitude, super positive guy. And then I got the chance to actually play with some other content creators, like small and big. I did get a chance to play with Cozy. I got the chance to play with some top 8 and top 4 players. They're not necessarily content creators, but they're tournament players. Like
Hmm.
they even have the cool little icon next to the name. What
Yeah,
place
they're
they
like
got?
pros. They
They're
don't.
they're yeah. I've gotten to place against some really good ones, and I've had some on my team. But dude, my experience has been for the most part pretty excellent, man.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
is mine. I don't know. Mine's been like really good actually. Like there's some like characters where they feel a little like kind of broken, but for the most part, like even though I just force Scarlet into everything, it's still really fun. Just because like I don't know, it's just like better.
There's a
It
lot of
just feels way
changes.
better.
There's a lot of changes from the betas
There's
to
a lot of
now.
changes.
Sound changes. I'm used to them now. It only took about a day. A lot of
Yeah, it only really
changes.
took like a few hours for me to like be like, okay, some things sound more like metallic or like different noises.
Is it me or does Scarlet feel worse?
She's you just have to play her a little differently now. She's not worse necessarily. She's just different.
Right.
Like
I
you can't like air stall forever anymore. You just fall faster.
she got thick.
She did.
She got
It's
thick.
dragging her down.
It's dragging her down, man. You know. But that's comes with all the new animations, It's gonna be add a little bit of weight on it, It's okay. Still a
Yeah, yeah.
polished game.
But I'm
I
pretty sure that wasn't that nerf like it's to a couple people, not just Scarlet, right? Like doesn't
yeah.
Rocket also fall faster?
I don't know about Rocket, but I do know Hella does. And Hella feels like she's getting dragged down a lot. I don't necessarily like it, to be completely honest. I don't. I feel like I liked the other versions better. But
Hmm. Like more
well,
floaty.
yeah, I liked it. I mean, I don't know.
I also liked it.
I have been playing a lot of heroes. And there hasn't really been necessarily one that I've locked down in particular yet that I
Hmm.
I have still been kind of reverting back to my Iron Man ways just because not a lot of people know how to deal with Iron Man, especially newer players. So it's just kind of like feels good.
Yeah.
Uh, but do you know what my second most played hero is at the moment?
Hmm.
Spider-Man.
Gross. It's yucky.
It never
I hate Spider-Man.
I hate him too, but I just want to prove that the character's dumb and he needs to be nerfed more.
He
I've
is
been
pretty annoying. It's just because his movement is wild.
yeah, my variety of heroes has been definitely a lot different than normal. Like I haven't been playing as much Punisher as I normally have.
Hmm.
I haven't played as much Star-Lord. But in general, like what is like in what has been like the stick out for you? Like what has been something that you've been really enjoying?
Honestly, Cloak and Dagger probably. They're
Really?
like really fun.
Really?
They're every match I play them, all I think about is they're just Scarlet with like 5 more abilities and you can heal people. It's like also I finished every game with them with like 98% accuracy.
Yeah, I've been seeing that a lot of people.
It's impossible to miss on that character.
Yeah, it's weird. Even when you shoot the heals, that doesn't go towards your accuracy, right?
It does.
But it will bounce and then like it'll just spin
Yeah,
around someone.
it goes towards it, but you know why it's always so high? It's
Why?
because you shoot, even if you miss like 100 of them, you shoot so many so fast that it just counteracts how many you miss.
That's
So
that's
like
insane.
like for every one you miss, you're gonna hit like 30 because it had the heat seek is insane.
Okay. So I guess we're gonna jump back to this in a bit, but we're gonna actually go down. We have a couple topics that we do want to talk about. First one's kind of a brief one. There's a tournament. I don't necessarily know the details exactly. I haven't read too much in it. I don't think I'm gonna participate. That's kind of why. But for the most part, I believe it said from the 7th to January 5th. I don't know what the details are, but there's a big prize pot. There's like, I think
there is a big prize.
There's like 14.
And it goes far down as well. Like, it was like top 365 get like money as well. It's like goes really far.
They're throwing money at people, and this is awesome. Like it's like
I know it kind of reminds me of Fortnite, because Fortnite will have rewards for like what is it?
Top 400.
Like number one, like the prize like for a cash cup is like thousands of dollars.
Right.
But then you'll get like you'll place 5,000 and get like $50 though.
Yeah,
so
it was like top 400. Sorry, I'm so tired from the amount of games that I've been playing. I'm gonna be yawning a couple times.
So much.
Yeah, it was like top 400. You would get like $80 or something, and it's like, that's not bad.
It's crazy.
That's not
no,
bad.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah,
it's really good.
I mean, it's $80 I didn't have, but yeah, you know, it's really cool to see that they're really trying to push, you know, some form of esport. I have been actually able to talk to. Currently, they are considerably the number one team because obviously they're coming off of the most, I think, recent tournament win in the beta, which is NTMR. I have been able to talk to them a couple of times in the last couple of days and just getting some insight and picking their brain like on what heroes are really, really good. And I'm not gonna, they don't want me to spoil nothing. I just, picking, but they want to keep their thing to themselves for now. But it is really interesting to see the perspective of the limitations and boundaries they're pushing with some of these newer heroes.
Yeah.
So Gomez did tell me though that he wants me to tell the developers to nerf Cloak and Dagger's ult because it stacks like 600.
Okay, this is one thing I think is really funny about their ult. You can't die.
Yeah.
You actually can't die. It's like more healing than like a Luna ult somehow.
Yeah. And you can't even see it sometimes.
Yeah, it's really flat.
I don't know if
it's a really flat ult.
It feels like I'm in a fog, but I don't necessarily know. Like I don't know, like when I'm walking out, I'm like, am I out of it yet? Like what am I doing? But I have Iron Man ulted people in it at times and nothing. And I'm kind of like, how do they survive that? I don't know if it's a me issue or if I don't know what I'm seeing, but something is keeping people alive. And I'm like, that thing would actually kill through a Luna ult. So Luna on top of that makes it just impossible, I feel like, at times to just even take in. I don't know. It's pretty ridiculous, but Gomez,
I feel like they might. I don't think they're going to nerf it because Luna ult exists, but I think it's like just kind of funny. There's so much. Yeah. Also, for some reason, it does like 1 damage to enemies.
It ticks
away. Did you notice that? It's so weird.
Yeah, it ticks away. It does damage, and it also. Sorry, man. It's been a long weekend. I got up at like 11, almost 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm not a late sleeper, but it's a pretty interesting. But I can't wait to see the tournament. I am.
It's gonna be interesting. There's gonna be a lot of new teams as well.
It's very interesting to see because I mean, there's also I think Euphoria, I believe, is the Europe team. Euphoria.
Yeah.
And then there's also the something Bros or something Dragons. I forget. They're the Chinese team, but they're also like doing like apparently really well. So I am kind of curious to see. I hope they really get like some cool like tournaments, like, where we get to like kind of like how they had in like Overwatch, where you kind of get that really cool sense of like, hey, this is a cool team to have, like root for these guys, like you got your Chicago,
actual teams to root for, who you think's gonna win.
Yeah, you got your Chicago Bulls versus the Miami Heat or like the 49ers. I want to see that, like we have the sports team style stuff, I think that'd be cool. But other than that, I think, the tournament's going to be happening. I can't wait to see what's going to happen to that. I wonder if they'll do any like Twitch thing where you watch it and you get some drops for that. And
probably.
Pretty cool.
I hope so.
So we're gonna talk about the new heroes that we didn't get to talk about last week, and just in general, the overall what we've been talking about. This is kind of coming back now into what we're talking about. We've got Cloak and
Yeah.
Dagger, Black Widow, and Wolverine. I'm gonna
Mm.
start this. I'm gonna start this one off, Chris. I might be one of the most secret, best Black Widows right now in the world.
Do you think so?
I'm nasty, dude. I don't play it a whole lot, but when I do, I get praised.
I'll be honest, I barely even see her.
She's
I
an acquired taste, but
yeah, I don't really see her being played that much.
dude, she feels disgusting. If you're someone that has like crazy aim and you can just hit headshot after headshot, if you can hit all your shots, she surprisingly feels really good, especially if you have like a Punisher on your team, or if you have someone that also like is good at like doing high burst amounts of damage. It feels like you can one shot almost anything, because even the half health that you do to someone, like if someone's just getting low, you just it feels like Call of Duty for me, or it feels like
Yeah.
just kind of like that kind of sense of like I can quick scope. I feel it feels good. She has solid mobility, but I wouldn't recommend anyone trying to get good with her unless you have like pinnacle peak aim. But controller
I'll
players,
be honest, I don't enjoy her.
yeah, controller players I've noticed are nasty with her. So it's kind of scary when you go up against a good one, because you don't necessarily, you're like, oh, it's Black Widow. I
Yeah.
get close to her and no problem. But no, like the no scope is just as easy to hit too. No, but you basically the full circle of her crosshair feels like it shoots right through in general, and it just feels like her hit scan, like even at close range, is pretty solid. So
Yeah, I'll be honest, up close, I in the trailer I thought it looked better. It's not that good. Like if you're up close and you shoot somebody, it's not that good.
unless you can hit headshots,
Though even if you hit a headshot, I think they'd probably just still kill you. Unless they're
yeah,
already like one shot or something.
yeah, it's not it's a weird character. But have you seen a whole lot of Wolverine?
No, I think he might be the least played character I've ever seen.
I see more pennies than I see Wolverine.
Okay. Now Penny's actually good now, which is disgusting, but it's
They
true. She's
made
actually
our
like
they
she's
made our
actually usable.
she made
Like
our
you could use her now.
they made our fears come true, man. We
I played
said
her
it. We
and I
said
won.
we, Chris playing
That
tank is
shows you.
Chris playing tank is a disgusting sound. Yeah, I kind of want to say that she's probably pretty nuts right now. But Wolverine, I'm not seeing a whole lot. But then again, I think people are still trying to figure her out. I see a lot of Iron Fist though, and if I see Iron Fist, a good, I think, complementary character to Iron Fist is Wolverine.
I think I think they are good together. The problem with Wolverine is he's so like all or nothing. Like
Yeah,
like your
rightfully so.
escape tool, like it's true, yeah, that's how he is. But like you need both of your abilities to like get somebody out, like to carry them out or like dive them.
Right.
And if you don't kill them, you kind of just die because you have no more cooldowns.
Yeah. I feel
He's just
like
hard to play, I think. Or no, like I don't know how to describe it. He's easy to play, but his kit is like doesn't function too well with I think how you need to play him.
he doesn't die though.
He does that. He is
His passive. Sorry, I'm like yawning. I didn't get to cover myself on that. Um, he doesn't die
his
due to his
passive is
passive.
his passive is pretty decent, but
It comes up so slow though. He doesn't die when you
yeah.
need him to like not die. But at
That's
the
what I
same
mean.
time,
He's so like I don't want to say he's like clunky. He feels like his cooldowns should be lowered or something. Like
yeah,
like his dash, like everything does a fine amount of damage. It's just like
I also
he just like doesn't cycle well.
I also don't have a healer good enough at times to like if I want to play the character. I don't have a healer like good enough to
To
stay
even
on
stay
me.
alive. Yeah.
Dude, but you know who's been coming in clutch for heals?
Mm.
The Shark Wonder, dude.
Shark Boy, he's pretty good. Pretty
His
good
heal
character.
output, I think, is the best out of any heals. Like raw heal like output, man, he can fill up the tanks. He can fill, no pun intended. He can fill up the duelists, no problem. It's infinite range now. It's ridiculous.
Okay, that is funny. It's infinite range. It still looks like when you're like looking at it that it won't reach, but it does.
Right?
Like,
I'll
how is he
be
shooting it at infinite distance?
I'll be playing on Hydra and I'll shoot like over like the top of the barricades, and
Hmm.
it's so funny because you'll just hear like a
Yeah,
yeah, it's just like someone jumps over and you just hit their head, just like more heals.
he's actually pretty good though. I'm surprised with how good Jeff stayed.
Yeah. And then we also have Cloak and Dagger. Obviously, we kind of touched up on
Hmm.
that, but you've been playing her
Actual
more.
good character.
What
They're
do
a
you
good character.
what do you think super high skill stealing?
Uh, yeah. I think I will say I think like Dagger side, like the healing part, is the easiest character in the game. Like I think
Really?
by far, yes. Like if you want to play support, they're easy. Like, and I say that only because it is impossible to miss a shot. Like if you look at somebody, they are being healed.
You say this and then I play with the new people and then I don't get heals.
Okay, well they're bad. Me when I play her, I have like I don't know. It feels I don't want
I
to.
saw
It's
I
kind of
saw
funny
some
to
of your
say their heat
stats.
seeking is crazy.
It's pretty.
Like I
I
feel
like
like
how they
having 98% act. Yeah, if you miss somebody, it'll go like spin around them until it hits them.
just tweaking out of
Like
control.
I don't understand like how they set it up to where
It's delayed
it's heat
heals,
seeking
bro.
that
It's
much.
delayed. It's delayed
Also, it's like
heals.
to add it to the effect of making it so hard to miss, they make it so that it bounce off walls.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I think the
Like
character
they
has a
heat seek, they bounce off walls, and they have AoE. It's insane.
the character has a lot in its toolkit right now.
Yeah.
I think I noticed that we get a lot of I get a lot of people like I think the main problem for me though is like when I'm playing, we only get one healer at the moment, and that's my biggest gripe
It is rough.
because it's like everyone wants to play DPS, everyone wants to play the role, and they
Mhm.
added so many heroes. I want to say this, and I'm gonna say this as like criticism for them to learn from. They finally did one thing wrong in this game, and it's by giving too many DPS off rip. That's the only
Yeah,
thing I can say that they've done wrong so far.
I think it's fine because it'll even out. Like I think they'll probably just add more tanks and more supports to just like even it out. But
Right.
right now it is kind of funny where it's like you can't even hate on people for picking a team where it's like 5 DPS and 1 support, or like 4 DPS, 1 tank, 1 support,
Yeah.
because it's like people want to try all the new characters.
1, 3, and 2s are pretty good. Um,
Mm.
1,
Yeah,
3,
like
and
one
2s
tank, 3 DPS, and 2 supports is
is
not bad.
doable. It's not bad. And for those that don't know, there's a terminology in the in terms of the hero shooter genre. Basically, you refer to as like tank as one, and then not one, but you refer to like the first role is like a number, and then the second role is DPS, and then the third role is strategists, right? So you basically say like the amount of in the first one, and then the amount, and then so forth. Basically, it's like if we say like a 1, a 3, a 2, comp setup, that means 1 tank, 3 DPS, 2 healers. If you hear like a 3, 2, or a 3-1-2, that means 3 tanks, 1 DPS, 2 healers. So there's like a mix and match. So like typically like the 2-2-2 meta, or the 1-3-2, or sometimes a 3-2, or sorry, 3-1-2. They're all
Hmm.
pretty interchangeable, but I would say no matter what, you typically want 2 heals. Like that's just
Yeah, I still think 222 is the best for like in general,
right.
but I've had a lot of games where like it can work with 1 tank and just have like 3 DPS.
It's crazy because you can have like 3
With one
tanks.
support though, it's rough.
Yeah, 3 tanks versus like a team of 3 DPS with 1 tank is kind of like scary because
Hmm.
you can still get away with it on the tanks, but you're gonna just take so much impact. Like it's very interesting because we don't have roll queue, and I don't think roll queue. I actually would say this: roll queue is probably not needed for this game, but I do want to think that
Nah.
I do think that there should at least be a roll queue. We should at least be forced to have 2 healers no matter what. I don't know. That's just
I
for
don't
me.
think so. I think in general, like having more supports makes it easier, but I think
Yeah.
it's needed.
There's times where you just can get away with 1 healer, man. If you're built different, 1 healer can be still just so good. So
Yeah, it just depends on who you're fighting, I think.
yeah. So I think we're gonna get into our next category here, basically the launch and ranked. So I'm gonna show some gameplay here because we didn't really have a whole lot of time to set everything up, but this was just a game of, me playing, sweating it out in ranked. Ranked mode launch game is out, Chris. What are you genuinely thinking when it comes to rank? Like, I mean, how are you feeling? How do you like it? How do you like the maps? How do you like the comp sense? Synergies.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
I don't really have any problems with it. It's just also there was one thing I noticed that was kind of funny is they brought the shields back. Did you know that? The chrono shield for like to protect
Oh
from a
yes,
loss.
yes. I was.
What's funny is they took it away in the beta and then they added it back in the full game, but it's like a really nerfed version of it of what it used to be.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to experiment too much with it. I went on a pretty nice win streak. I got to play with some pretty solid players. And then I actually, dude, I'm gonna brag here for a second. My first game in, I had to play against one of the number 2 players in the
Yeah.
world. Like game 1, and you just see the icon, like second place thing, and they went like Hela and Star-Lord, and like the other guy went like Iron Man.
Mhm.
We were like, we lost like in like overtime, like last point, last touch, and man, I made them work. I had some moments where I was like, I had to take a 1-on-1 on a flank, and it was a pretty nice feeling. I was able to like get a nice sick 1v1 with him against his Hela versus my Star-Lord, and I popped off, man. That's all I'm gonna say. As I popped off, I had some I made him work for it, okay? But
Mhm.
I will say that like playing in the comp in general it's been interesting, to say the least. I like the Chrono Shield. I think
Yeah, I believe it's every 3 losses you get one. So it's not based off wins. I think that's what it
oh,
used to be. Is it's like um it would be like if you win
you get like
a
less,
bunch, you get like a big shield. Like you get a shield.
right?
And then you used to be able to hold like 3. And I think now it's just 1 after like if you lose 3 times, you get 1. And I think it's meant to be like so you don't just
A
go on like a
pillow.
17 loss streak. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's
So
it's
that
pretty
feels more
fortunate.
fair than what it used to be.
I got
I think
to
it's good.
so right now there's only like I think 14 people even on the leaderboard, and
Mhm.
you don't get into the leaderboard until platinum rank.
Yeah, plat
So,
3.
yeah, and so I managed to get to gold 1, and it even gave me a message saying like, "Oh, you're ranked 99.4% higher than the global," right? So I would assume I'm like probably close to the top 500 at the moment, but
Mhm.
um if either I'm in the top 500 or I'm close to, I don't necessarily know, but the matches are getting, even for gold. I mean, because you're climbing from bronze, and this time
Yeah.
around they brought back bronze 3, 2, and then 1. Silver's 3, 2, and then 1, and then you reckon that golds. You're going up and up and up. I'm surprised that the ranks, even like the highest of players, are not like in diamond already, because like the beta, they were in like diamonds by like day 2.
Yeah. It's kind
So,
of surprising, but I think people will climb really fast. Like this week, there'll probably be somebody to hit GM for sure.
oh, well, they did say that they extended the like the length of it. So I mean, if you think about it, right? Because they originally, you just go from bronze 1 from start. You start at bronze 1, you go right into
Yeah.
silver. This time you go from bronze 3 to a bronze 1 to silver 3. So like, if
Yeah.
you think about it, when I've had to rank up, I've had to already go up 6 divisions, right? Or 6, categories, like 2 divisions, but 6 categories. It's
Yeah.
longer and it's more spaced out, so you do have to win a little bit more. But did you see that they're adding decay to it?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so it's 2 divisions, I think, decay. Does that
Hmm.
mean does that mean you drop from, like, say you're GM? Does that mean you drop down to platinum, or does that mean you go from like GM to like diamond 2?
I actually don't know. I think it's like I'm pretty sure that's what it means.
To go to the
Like if you
diamond 2, you go
like
down
if you're
like
like
those.
GM 3 and
Uh
the
huh.
season ends, you probably go back to like Diamond 3
2 or 3 or
because that
something.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would like that. I
But I
wouldn't
mean,
like
2 ranks also wouldn't be that bad. But I think they would have specified 2 ranks.
if you go down 2 ranks. That means like every season you're gonna get bodied. You're literally gonna get bodied by someone that's
Yeah.
like 2 ranks above you. It's like
Yeah.
this is like oh, I'm not gonna play for the first couple weeks. Comes back in and just gets stomped by the guy that came off vacation because he's supposed to be 2 ranks higher than I. But yeah, that'll be pretty interesting to say the least.
Yeah.
What is like some of the heroes that you would say that you're running into a lot? I
Uh,
see a lot of Penny.
I do see a lot of Penny. I see a lot of right now, a lot of Moon Knight, a lot of like in terms of supports, I see a lot of Luna and Mantis. Some Cloak and Dagger, not too much. Actually, a lot of Jeff too. There's been a lot of Jeff players.
I feel like Jeff's the go-to right now. He's like the new Rocket.
Yeah, it does kind of feel that way. He's pretty. It's because he's really easy.
He's really easy and his output is just rewarding. I think they
Yeah,
kind of
he's
need to.
satisfying. Like the noise, it has like
Have
he
you
has like a serotonin beam that you can just have it. Will
have you seen the Twitter posts?
no.
Dude, they're saying the meanest things about Jeff. Apparently he's ranked I don't know if I can say this, but I'll say it. There a lot of people are referring to Jeff as the ranked Satan. It's so
Yeah, I
funny.
don't know.
So many
I don't know why
people.
people don't like Jeff. I'll be honest. He's not. He's kind of hard to kill on some characters, but he doesn't feel that good.
He's
Like, he's
so
okay, but he's not
ridiculous.
that.
It's just everyone is just getting thrown off the map. It's just like it's everyone's go-to.
Okay, that part is crazy. His ult
It's
is so broken.
he's getting so like much hate because like all you're doing is you're just a strategist, but then you're getting like a 6 piece and you're like clipping
Yeah,
people. It's so
it's
funny.
pretty funny.
Yeah, I did a pretty solid one myself. I killed a Jeff launching my team over, and I captured the rest of the 5 and took them over on Tokyo 99, and it won us the match. And it was the funniest thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
And as the right now, he's probably my best healer because just like I said, my aim with him is
Hmm.
pinnacle peak, like what you should, in my opinion, that's what that healing should feel like with a
Yeah.
Jeff. But I try to stay away from DPSing with healers unless I know I've topped off all my team. But for the most
Mhm.
part, it's been pretty. It's been a pretty fun, but
You know what? Something I noticed with the Cloak and Dagger that they didn't show in the trailer. If you shoot at an enemy and your teammate is close enough to them, it heals them.
yeah, there's like an AOE to it. That's
Yeah, like the
ridiculous.
AOE doesn't. It doesn't. You don't have to hit a teammate to get the AOE effect. It's just whatever you hit will make that.
Is that why you're pulling 30 kills with a strategist?
Yeah. I don't know. Her,
Nice.
her kit is just kind of like
They,
it's one of those.
their kit.
Yeah, Cloak and Dagger.
You said she. You said
Yeah.
her.
Yeah,
But
I'm
they're
talking about just Dagger.
oh, okay. Well, they're okay. Well, they're a combo. Okay, they're a combo.
Mm.
They're
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 like I don't know, like
they're a
Cloak.
package deal.
They are a package deal. I think I'll be honest. Cloak. I need to do Cloak and Dagger ran real quick. Cloak, his kit is like pure skill besides his primary, right? Like
Okay.
everything, I think, like his the ability where you cloak yourself is like kind of funny because it's only for like half a second. And most of the time it's only really used to like save yourself. But I think saving your teammates is actually really hard to do with that ability.
Hmm.
But that I will say that is the only part of his kit, I think, or like their kit in general that takes any skill remotely.
Yeah, I've
because
seen some
everything else is pretty broken.
I've seen some pop off on some things, but
Mhm.
it is a pretty interesting character. I think there's another character that I've been seeing in ranked a lot. I mean, obviously, when you get into the higher elos, Hella's a problem.
Yeah, Hella is very
Hella's
common.
Hella's a problem, and I've been noticing even on controller players, she's even more goated.
Hmm.
It's just the aim assist with. I'm not one to complain about aim assist, but holy moly, is it scary how good she is in the controller's hands.
Yeah, it is kind of funny. I got a clip where somebody was looking at me on Hawkeye, and I was like, "Wait, is this guy on controller?" Because on the kill cam, he's
Just
like completely gonna miss me,
tracks. Yeah.
and then his crosshair adjusted back to my head and one shot me. I was like, "He's too good. He's
Yeah.
just too good."
So yeah, I think that man, the other heroes that I'm seeing a lot in ranked is I'm quite shocked about this one.
Mm.
Groot.
There is okay. He's pretty good. I think he's
Yeah.
like no longer in the Penny tier of characters, and neither is Penny either. But it's like I think now he's like usable again.
You
Like
know
his walls are really strong, and his primary is really strong.
the least played tank in my opinion, it might be Magneto.
Yeah, he's okay. I think he's good.
I
It's
don't.
just that now he's just not like the best of all time. That's the
Yeah.
difference. Is like he's only pretty much been made consistently worse since the first time we ever tried him. So it's like,
Next one got to him, man.
yeah,
I
they're not a fan
see.
of Magneto. That's for sure. They do not want that guy to be strong.
I have been seeing a lot of Captain Americas.
I have two.
He's
Do you
pretty
think he's
annoying.
good?
He's
Do you think he's
annoying.
like?
He's
The thing is
unkillable.
I don't really lose against him, but he's just so annoying. Like he's
He's
just
so
like annoying to kill, but he doesn't beat me. He just is there.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about him, man. He's like,
I
he's
will
just
say he's fun
everywhere.
to play though.
He
I
is
can't
fun to
blame people.
play.
He's fun to just jump around on.
And
So
he like I see a lot of Thors. I see a lot of Captain Americas, but
yeah,
I'm not seeing a lot of Storms.
Thor's pretty good.
I'm
Thor's
not
pretty
seeing a
good right
lot.
now.
Thor's great. I think Thor is one of the best right now.
I actually
Thor,
played him for a little bit. I thought he was really good. Actually, like fun.
yeah, he's just fun. He's bulky. You shift and then you get like that nice heal boost.
Yeah,
You get the nice little shield every time you hit your shift. I think is that right? And then like
I think so. Yeah.
he's just like really good and he's really strong. Sometimes they feel, but you know who's been the most menacing character?
Hmm.
Psylocke.
Oh, she's broken.
She's busted, and I don't know what it is, but she is busted.
I was trying in the training room last night. You know you know what makes her broken
Her one
is
shot.
her cooldown things.
Yeah. There's
Because
like
like if you're consistently hitting shots, which like aim demons are gonna do,
right. I
you
haven't
get
played
your
her.
abilities back so fast.
I haven't played her.
And she does a lot of damage. Like I think people
Yeah.
underestimate how much damage she does.
It's like infinite range, right?
Like no fall off. I think
Yeah, there's a fall off. It just
there's
matters
no
that
fall off, but it's a shotgun blast. So it's
he's a
like
shotgun blast.
you gotta know your range. But if you find the right range, you'll do like a ton of damage.
Dude, I like try to 1v1 her with Iron Man. I just get beamed. I try to take her out with Star Lord, get beamed.
Yeah, the fact she does 2 like burst shots
Right.
per shot is like really good.
I'm scared because she is the Sombra of this game. Like, respectfully.
I will
think,
say her invisibility is like I think they balanced it well because
right.
at least for me, whenever she's using it to escape, as long as you somewhat remember where she was, and if she like tries to get away if she's one shot, you can kill her. Like it's not that hard to find her. The only problem is that like if she engages with the invisibility, which is what you do most of the time,
Right.
yeah, that's when I think it's strong. But it's not for that long. It's like for like 4 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you get it back faster when you hit shots, so that's the part that makes it iffy.
One of the things for me, for her is just like, it's just the second you come in contact with her, she's either in or out. And then like,
Hmm.
she's just a menace, man. It's just a freaking menace.
She has crazy burst damage though. Like
I played this one guy.
you can die instantly.
I played this one guy and he just diffed me the whole time. I didn't know what it was. but he was just the best, and he pulled like 52 kills against me. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't let that kind of stuff happen to me easy. Like I don't let that stuff slide. Like I'm good enough to like change my game plan or change like the way I'm doing something in order to like better fix the situation. I mean, this guy was just everywhere, and he was just molly whopping our whole team. I didn't have any idea like of what we were like, where he was, what he was doing. He was just a menace.
Yeah.
So I that was probably my most problematic thing I think so far. Moon Knight, I
don't know.
I don't think Moon Knight's a problem. I actually don't think he's a problem at all.
I don't think his you know what I do think is kind of an issue? His the Ankh is like it's kind of like insane. Like
It's
I think
good.
it's the
if you
only
place
no,
it.
no, no, no. It's not good. It's broken. That thing is like one thing I underestimated, like before I could actually try him, is the fact that it like hard heat seeks. Like
Yeah. There's no travel time or anything. No
it's
drop
like
off.
it instantly will hit people. Like it'll even like travel around a corner. Like I saw um one of my teammates died because the thing tracked around a wall and hit him. So it's like the tracking on that thing, I think, is what makes it strong. It does a lot of damage too,
Right.
but it's the
My
fact that you only need it up for like a second to kill somebody.
my only problem isn't my only problem with him isn't his onk in particular. It's more of the fact that you just don't hear it being placed.
Okay, that is also another issue. It has
Yeah.
no sound cues.
Yeah, like I mean, I could be wrong. It could have sound cues. Maybe we just suck. But
Okay, but that's the thing is I don't hear it. So like
yeah,
even if it is like somewhat of
I
a sound, I never hear it and I always get hit by it.
I don't know. Maybe
Like,
I'm
I
just
always break
blessed.
it almost immediately, but it's like
I
it's
think
annoying.
I don't think it's a problem for me just because I play a lot of flyers, and
Yeah.
he's not
Well,
good
that's the
against.
thing is I'm never the one getting hit by it. It's my team. They place one,
They don't shoot
and
it.
I don't hear it, and they just take it. They just take
Yeah,
100 Moon Knight shots.
that's my
So
only problem with it right now is that it's just you don't necessarily like most people right now do not understand to shoot the icons or like the items on the map, like the penny box. Like I'll see people going into penny fights, just going in. They're not even shooting the box ahead of time. I see people trying to like they don't pay attention to Lokis. They don't pay attention. Like a lot of people are still trying to figure this stuff out. And the
yeah,
Ankh right now, I think is really good because there's me shooting one right there on the screen. Just want to put that out there, So I do look out for it a lot, but I'm also the only guy that really looks for I'm always shooting the statues, because I played a lot of Punisher and I know that's the role that you need to take. So it is interesting, but I think in time people will start to learn to look for the
more
items.
people will definitely start shooting at it more. It's just especially in higher ranks, people aren't gonna let it be placed like close to them. They're gonna insta break it, and you're gonna keep track of when it's like he has it.
Who do you
But
think Who do you think is like the easiest heroes right now to climb with? I know that a lot of people want to know this.
the easiest probably like Hawkeye, Hela, I think Cloak and Dagger, and like Luna.
You think Luna?
Yeah, she's really good.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
I think they're just like really reliable characters. Like
Yeah.
if you hit shots on Hela, you will team wipe. Or, like you will like things are going to die if you hit shots. And Punisher. Punisher is also like if you're good at aiming, play Punisher. You'll probably do good.
You can beat up lobbies pretty well.
Yeah. For tanks though, what do you think for tanks?
For tanks? Oh,
I'm not really sure. Like maybe Doctor Strange or Groot.
You know what's weird? And this is gonna sound really weird for me, but if you can just, here's my problem right now. I play rank and I don't get healers like at all. No one wants to play the healers at all. Like everyone wants to play DPS. If I get that guy on my team, like the healer, oh man, I can play any hero. I could play any tank. I feel like the tanks are only as good as your healers just right now. It's just because like it just all comes down to your healers.
Yeah, because it's always like
I think Thor and Captain America surprisingly are safe. Venom is a monster right now just
Oh
because.
yeah, I actually think Thor's a really safe pick to like pick up.
Yeah,
He's good.
He's got good self-sustain. People find Venom a problem. I don't think Venom's an issue. I really don't think he's an issue. I don't think he's an issue.
I don't think so. I think he's really easy to burst.
A lot of newer players, a lot of newer
yeah.
players don't know how to deal with him.
And to be fair, he does have an annoying kit. Like if you're new to the game and you just played at launch, he definitely does have like an annoying kit. But it's like if you look at him, he will die.
He's really simple though. Like essentially, like
He
you
is.
could probably climb pretty well with him. The
You
thing
just need to know your cooldowns.
You need to know your cooldowns. You need to time them right, and you need to know when the strategists are using the their stuns. Like Luna has her snowflake, or not snowflake, but her snowball that she basically freezes you. Mantis has her, her sleep. As long as you protect yourself against those, like you could honestly climb really, really easily. Plus, there are so many Spider-Mans right now. There are so many Spider-Mans. The Venom just only makes the character better. So if you can find a friend that can play Spider-Man, play Venom. You make their life lovely.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Is I think like team ups are important of it too. Like if you have a friend that's like you both only like playing tank, just play like Thor and Cap, and just like try to play for a team up, or like try playing something to where you both know, like have an idea of what to do, like a plan,
Yeah,
it'll make it a lot more fun.
I think at this point though, I think we're gonna probably move on to the next topic. I'm gonna be honest, I'm burnt out on this one. I'm just so tired. I'm
tired.
I want to get to the next part, and then we can wrap it up. But I do want to say one last thing on the rank situation. Now that the game is launched, people are playing it and people are enjoying it. I do want to say, try for now, you guys, if you guys can, stick to quick play, learn your heroes, go to practice ranges and learn them. Try not to necessarily go into ranked immediately. And if you do, try to pick up a buddy and you guys just work together. Try to pick up someone and then have them
I always think it's a lot easier than doing it solo.
Yeah,
try not to be ranked.
Try not to be solo, because there's gonna be.
If you like doing solo, go ahead. It's just I always just think it's easier if you have somebody.
Yeah, and try to pick team ups too. Like it's a good thing to like pick up team ups that if you can.
Yeah.
Go play Rocket and someone play Punisher. And you'll give your team a massive advantage. You'll have a healer on your team, and you're gonna give the enemy team a run for their money, because you have a solid team up. You have a solid something to work towards. I just think a lot of new players try to stay away from ranked for now until you get more adjusted with the game. If you're only
I would say try to find a character you like and practice them a bit before you go into ranked with them.
Practice a couple, not just one. Just practice like 1 to 3 characters at the best. That and try to
remember,
find.
once you get to to diamonds, you have to worry about bans.
Yeah. And that's huge. That's that game, the way that's played is a whole nother ballpark. If you're a Hellomane and you've never played another hero and you get to Diamond, you're not a Hellomane anymore. So
you're gonna get your main banned.
Your main is officially perma banned across the whole community. Just because the character is just so strong. Just learn to play a tank and learn to play a healer. Don't just focus on damage heroes. I know that you want to have fun and all that, but it's a really good recommendation that have a pocket healer, have a pocket tank, because sometimes it's better to just fit the comfort of the team.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. There's just so many DPS.
So much.
There's so many. I do think though, if you like DPS, you have the time of your life right now. Like there's like 30 of them. So
yeah. But even though I think what it is I'm gonna say this with kind of like certainty. DPS is that kit is known for just the quote unquote getting all of the score, or getting the highest KO count, right? Like you think DPS, you think this I'm gonna get the highest number. I'm gonna tell you this right now, you can do that on tank. You can really do that on tank. Like I played Groot for the entire alpha, and I had MVP, most KOs in my entire match, almost 99% of the time. And it's a tank, you know, you can still slay out and do these things with tanks. It doesn't mean that you can't. It's just how you play the game, you know, as long as you are
and you can do the same thing with support. It's like,
yeah, you don't want
you could
to
end a game
necessarily,
on a
but
support with like, well, that's the thing is like, I think if you get good with support, ending a game with like 30 kills or something isn't weird. Like if
yeah,
you're, because like when you get really good at support, you know, like your times to heal, times to damage, like who needs healing and who can you just worry about like just shooting at the enemies.
yeah,
So
it's
I'd say just like find the role you vibe with the most.
yeah, just but
Because
I'll also have pockets, like have an extra backup plans. It's this game has got
yeah,
33 heroes, man. I mean, limiting yourself to
a lot of
one,
options. Yeah,
limit
just don't
limiting,
don't
yeah,
don't
limiting.
feel limited. I'd say always try the characters because I
You'll
thought I
learn
would
the
hate Iron Fist and I'd end up loving him. So,
yeah,
and same with Cloak and Dagger. I
you'll
wasn't
learn
sure if I would like them, but I ended up liking both of them a lot.
you'll learn the game a lot more efficiently when you'll learn the game a lot more efficiently too if you play more heroes.
Yeah,
'Cause
and the more characters you play, the more you'll understand how to beat them as well. So
yeah, the weaknesses
it
and all
all will
that.
come around to help you.
Yeah. So, all right, we're gonna get on to our next topic, Chris. This one's gonna be fun. This one, it's kind of a game between us, okay? But this is okay. Chat. This is opinions only, okay? This is not. This is not the official tier list. Just know though that my opinion is factual, okay? So,
And so is mine.
but mine is more factual than
little
his
confused.
factual. No. But no,
Yeah.
all of this is opinions. So what, Chris? I'll let you. We're gonna. It's a mini game. We're gonna have three. We're gonna rate our three highest, best heroes in their subcategory. We're gonna start it off with tanks. I'll go for one, and Chris goes for one, and we're gonna do this just simultaneously. Basically, I'll start it off, or you can start it off, Chris. Chris, who do you think the best tank is at the moment in the current meta?
Me, I think, if I'm being honest, probably Strange.
Strange?
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna have to hard agree with you. I'm gonna have put him as well. He's probably top of my list.
I think
But
he's like a bit of a sleeper because he's like different. He doesn't play the same, I don't think.
is
He's
it
a little
me,
weird.
or does his primary fire seem slower?
It is.
It is slower.
Yeah, it is slower.
It
for
feels
sure.
slower, but he got more ammo. But when you hit the shots, like it also feels like you have to lead more with them. It feels like it comes out slower and it shoots slower. Like in terms of like the from start to finish, like when he throws it feels slower, and then like the actual like when it hits the target, the projectile speed actually also feels slower. I've been playing him a lot, and he you do have to lead your shots a lot with him now, like more than normal. But it like when you hit those shots, holy cow, does he feel rewarding?
Yeah, the reason I think he's so good is he's like
So overall,
he's
good.
like yeah, they're all good. I just think he's like really good just because he has a really good ult, and also he's like a team like player kind of tank.
Yeah.
Like he's really good if you're all rushing one person or like if you need to shield something. It's like I think he just has a lot of resources.
Great ult, great in general, everything.
Yeah.
I think in general he just has everything you kind of want in a tank for the most part. He's about the most, I would say, Mario, like Super Mario, default tank. Like it's just like the go-to. He has the kit that you want, kind of a little bit of everything. He's got like, levitation. He's got a good projectile. He's got a good, he's got a big wall with a lot of heals or a lot of health to it. And he's got his E, which is like honestly such a good move. I mean, everything's around you. You can just be like get off and just pop it. And, he's actually got a really good melee as well.
Yeah, his melee is pretty good.
Shoot to melee is really solid. Shoot to melee shield is good combos, and then shoot melee E is really good. He's got a lot, but second tank, I think for me, is probably gonna go to Penny. Penny's gonna go. I think she's fantastic right now.
Yeah, I think I'd agree. I would either put her at 2 or 3, but just to be different, I'd say like Thor.
That was my other pick. I think Thor's just great. Thor's
Like I think they're like semi interchangeable, you know, because they
Yeah.
like have their scenarios. But I think like one Penny, she got like a lot better than she was before. Like she just, I don't even know exactly what the changes are, but she just is better, like in like almost every way.
Do you know who Thor reminds me of?
Hmm.
Roadhog.
Really?
Yeah,
How's that?
just because of his sustain, like just how bulky he is. It's like
Yeah, he had decent sustain. You know what I think? What makes Thor kind of strong
Hmm.
is just he has a lot of like raw damage.
yeah, I don't know.
Like
He's
he has
in
a
your
lot of raw
face.
damage, but he has survivability if you know how to live. So it makes him pretty tough to kill sometimes.
He feels like a mixture of like, man, like almost like gorilla, like alt mixed in with like the survivability of like, I don't know. It's a weird comparison, but it's just like you just feel like he never dies. Like he just is never
Yeah, I will say
dying.
his ult I think is his weak side.
Yeah, it's not that bad. You know you can
It's not.
raise it, right?
Yeah,
It doesn't
it's
make a
not.
difference.
It's like, it's okay. It's like a decent ult.
Yeah.
Honestly, kind of the same for Penny. Her ult's like okay.
So is that your third? Thor is gonna be. What's your third
Yeah,
then?
my third is Penny.
Third is Penny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I'm the opposite. I think Thor is just like goated, man. I think he's just phenomenal.
he's good right now. He is really good right now.
He's really good. He's really solid. But DPS, I'm gonna start this one off. I think Hela still top rated, goated. She
Yeah.
is still reigning as Queen Supreme. Who do you got?
I think Hela as well.
You think Hela? I think we're
Yeah,
gonna be pretty
100%.
I think we're gonna
100%. I think on Hela.
we have to have the next two though, like completely changed because there's so many duelists. Who do you think is your second best?
Psylocke.
You think Psylocke?
Yeah.
Ah. Actually,
She's really good. She's just a skill check character.
I think she is good. I think she's a very skill check character.
Yeah, like you need to be good with her for it to work, but when she works, she really works.
I think. What's your third best one?
What do you mean? What is yours?
Psylocke. It's Psylocke.
Yeah, yeah.
Who's your
She's just
third?
really good. My third, probably. Uh, Maybe Punisher. He's just dumb.
Really?
He's just a dumb character. Yeah,
I don't
he
think
seems
Punisher's that
decent right
good.
now. He's not that good. This one is more personal for me. It's just like, to me, he seems annoying. Like he's really good.
I think the second most annoying, but probably best duelist in the current situation, Spider-Man. Spider-Man's just so good. I mean,
Yeah, he's pretty annoying.
he's just annoying. He's really strong, and he like
He just has a really strong combo. Like he has
just
a
a
really
really-
strong
yeah.
combo, and he has insane movement. So
yeah. I would say I have a list of long like beneath that. I've seen the honorable mentions on my end. I would say Hawkeye, Star-Lord.
yeah, honestly, for like the second best, I would put Psylocke and Hawkeye like tied. If I'm being honest,
I haven't run him
Hawkeye
against.
is really good.
He is really good. I believe it or not, I have been blessed to not have to deal with too many, so I'll keep my opinion on him.
Like his
short and
ult is
simple.
so good. Like the after
I
images,
forget he even
it's
does.
so,
Yeah, I forget he can
it's
do it.
so broken.
Yeah. Who's the three best strategists? I'll start with this one. I think the current best strategist is Mantis.
That's fair. You know why I think
I
that
thought-
as well.
I thought you were gonna
I think-
disagree.
No, I think honestly for like number one spot, right? She's kind of tied with like Luna for me.
Okay.
I think, but the difference is like Luna has like insane consistent heals, but Mantis has damage boost, which is really good for like a
It's-
lot of
It's
characters.
just never. Yeah. Can you do it to more
And the
than one
sleep.
person? Can you do
And
it
the
to
sleep. I don't know. I think you can.
Huh? It's disgusting if you can. Yeah, I
I
don't
feel like
know.
you can. I might be wrong on that, but I feel like the mix of having like the sleep plus like, and the other thing, she does a lot of damage herself, and you can
Yeah.
damage boost yourself. So it's like she's pretty well rounded as a character, and I think Luna is too. I
Did
like putting them
did
tied.
you see that on Mantis now? You there's like a bar on the side that
Yeah, it's nice.
yeah.
It's really nice. It's a
Um
good change.
yeah, that's pretty funny when you think about it cuz it's just now you have insight of like when it's actually off. Um
Hmm.
who would you say is your second?
Uh, I'll just say Luna, just so I don't have like them all tied on one thing.
I'm going to take a this is going to be out of left field, but I'm almost inclined to say Loki.
Loki? I mean,
Loki's
he's not bad.
he's so annoying.
Just
I
really
don't
annoying.
I don't know, maybe not Loki, but I would say my second overall pick would probably be Adam Warlock right now. Adam Mantis,
Mm,
Adam
it's
Warlock.
really good as well.
He's just really like the revive is he just only makes Mantis better.
Mm.
And and then I think my third would probably be Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah, my third would probably be Adam. And I agree, Cloak and Dagger is also really good.
Yeah, I think Cloak and
They
Dagger
just
is
feel
just
like a really safe pick. Like they do good things. Like they do good damage, they do good healing.
yeah. I would say Luna. I have had problems with her, but I don't know. I just don't. I don't. I think her. It's just her ultimate that really makes her, just in general, great. I feel like
Yeah.
her stun's a lot harder to hit than Mantis.
Yeah, her
I mean,
stun. Yeah, Mantis's hitbox of that stun
it's
is
got
like
splash damage.
it's huge.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think that's probably gonna be that's probably it for me on this then. I
Yeah, that's pretty much all I think on
I'm
that.
so tired, Chris.
I'm like out of it. I'm so sleepy.
I have been hit up, by the way, while we've been doing this podcast by 5 people wanting to play right now.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna wrap this up, but
we are never getting off the game.
those are my ratings. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Chris. We do this every Monday, 6 a.m. on release. We have it in premiere mode, so if you guys want. Actually, before we end this, I do want to say the last podcast that we did, Chris,
Mhm.
hit 2,700 views day one, and it had 35 live concurrent viewers, the most the podcast ever did.
Yeah,
So
that's pretty cool.
congratulations to us, man, because we 15 episodes, that was the biggest breakthrough on
Yeah,
launch week. Huge, man. It was so
and
big.
in one day is insane.
I woke up and I was like, I had to get up really early for my shift, and I see there's like live views is like 350 lives. I was like, what the heck? This is awesome. So thank you guys again for, tuning in to me and Chris
Yeah, that's
about
huge.
podcast. Next week, we should have some pretty fun stuff. I got a hold of some pretty fun and important people.
Mhm.
So stay tuned. And yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe to me and
Yep.
Chris. Chris is in the bio. Hit him up.
Yes.
And
Yes.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get my-
yeah, all of it. Yeah, yeah.
But you guys have a great night. Peace.